And if you have difficulty hearing me, I'm going to end up calling in.
Okay,
As long as there's no echoing like we had last time, that was awful.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
awful.
I think it happens when there's a lot of people on.
Oh.
All right.
4 attendees.
Yeah, they're on for stuff tonight.
Gotcha.
I'm just going to give it a minute and then,
I'm gonna make you I can make you a panelist now. I mean,
Post.
thank you.
okay, so I'm going to call this meeting to order. Today is April 13th, 2021. It is 6:00 p.m. This is the City of Gloucester Licensing Board. And I'm going to call the meeting to order. This meeting is being recorded by video and audio in accordance with the state open meeting law, consistent with the governor's orders, suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law and banning gatherings of not more than 10 people. This meeting will be conducted by remote participation. If you're calling in on a phone, you can press *9 to request to speak. If you are watching on a computer or device, there is a raise hand button that you can tap or press to request to speak. Please use either of these options during oral communications, or it's actually a public hearing that we're having tonight, to be recognized to speak. This meeting is being recorded by Zoom and will be available on the city website, usually within 24 hours if you would like to review the transmission of this video. So I'm going to call it to order. My name is Melissa Prince. I am the chair of the school committee, and joining me is.
School committee or the licensing board?
Oh, I'm sorry. Where am I today? Long day. I am on the licensing board, not the school committee tonight. Sorry about that.
Has you done that before?
I'm John Lamarand.
And we're also joined by Allison Battle, our awesome licensing clerk. So we will start with public comment. This is different than the public hearing. So is there anyone on an attendees list today, which right now we have 9, that would like to address the licensing board about something other than the public hearing matter? If you would like to address the board and have a question about something that is not on the agenda tonight, please raise your hand. Use the raise hand button or press *9 and we will recognize you to speak.
1 raised.
I see an Everdrando Osario. And then, so there's 2. So I'm gonna start with Evandro Osario, and I apologize if I'm saying that wrong. Can you hear me?
Yes, can you guys hear me?
We can. Can you please state your name and address for the record, please?
Okay, my name is Evandro Osorio.
Hi, thank you for joining us tonight. Did you want to address the licensing board on a matter that is not on the agenda?
No, I just not sure. I believe I'm on agenda because I'm at 23 East Main Street, Handless Flavors.
Yeah, he is on the agenda for
Ah.
Yep, so we'll be getting to you in a little while. So
Okay.
this isn't the proper time.
Okay, I just didn't know how that works, so
Okay, no,
apologize.
we'll call you.
Okay, thank you.
Is there anyone else that would like to address the licensing board on a matter that is not on the agenda and not on the public hearing?
Still see 1 hand up.
Yep.
He is on the agenda though.
I think Khalid Hamsaid.
He just took us, he just stopped waiting.
Okay.
I did that.
Oh, you did that.
I lowered hands. Yeah.
Hi guys, it's Khalid Jamshed.
Hi. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks very much. And I'm just listening to you guys, and I think my problem is for the licensing issue. I talked with Allison as well. So actually, what's the purpose of that meeting? I mean, what should I do? Just listen to you guys. That's it.
Allison, is this gentleman on the agenda tonight?
He is. He'll need, yes, once we call your name of the business, then I think he's asking what he should do. He's never been on one before.
So when
If-
we call the name of your business, we'll allow you to speak. But did you want to
Oh.
address us for something that's not on the
Oh,
agenda?
no,
Okay.
that's fine, that's fine.
Okay.
Thank you, sorry for that.
Thank you. We'll talk to you in a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, is there anyone else that would like to address the licensing board on a matter not on the agenda? Okay, moving on. So tonight we are having a public hearing. This public hearing was advertised in the Gloucester Daily Times on April 2nd. The advertisement was on page 11 on the bottom of the e-paper or the actual paper. The public hearing is the licensing board will accept public comment as to whether or not BYOB, which is bring your own booze or bring your own bottle, should be allowed in local business establishments in Gloucester. Is there anyone that would like to speak and address the licensing board on that particular topic? If you do, can you raise your hand, please, or press *9 if you're calling in by phone? So this is a public hearing for the licensing board to hear testimony on BYOB in Gloucester. Just a little history on this. Back in August, specifically August 26, 2019, the licensing board at the time consisted of myself, John, who's here tonight, also on the board, and Brian Hamilton, and we met at City Hall and had a special workshop where we spoke about different topics in Gloucester that involve the licensing board. And one of those topics was BYOB, and we decided back then in August 2019 that we were going to eventually have a public hearing and move forward with some sort of regulation perhaps on BYOB. As it stands right now, there is no regulation for BYOB, which means that BYOB is allowed in Gloucester. And if you attended our meeting last week, you would have, our last meeting, I'm sorry, it was on March 30th, I believe. We had expressed some concerns about the lack of regulation with BYOB in Gloucester, and we're going to take steps to make decisions to move forward with that topic. So we advertised this hearing tonight, hoping to get some feedback from the community. So if there's anyone that would like to speak about whether or not you would like BYOB for establishments that do not have a liquor license in Gloucester, please raise your hand and we would like to hear your testimony. So I'm going to give this a few minutes because we are only having one public hearing. Fred Schregley? No, maybe not. The Drift? We can promote the Drift to see if they would like to speak. Drift, hi, can you state your name and address for the record, please?
Hi, my name is Rick Hossman. My
Hello, Rick
address,
Hossman.
my address is 4 Blueberry Lane in Gloucester, Massachusetts.
Thank you for joining us tonight. Did you want, I know you're on the agenda for matters tonight. Did you want to speak to us about the issue of BYOB?
Yes.
Great.
Is there more clarification around the, I guess, the guidelines on BYOB? Is it a membership type thing, or is it?
How is it regulated?
How is it? Is this just a public hearing to decide on how to regulate it?
Yes, exactly. So right now in Gloucester, there's no prohibit. We don't prohibit BYOB and we don't regulate it. And the fact that we are silent to that means that BYOB is allowed in establishments. This is a public safety concern. We discussed it at our last meeting and we discussed it a year and a half ago. And we had concerns about who was monitoring, who was drinking alcohol, checking IDs, making sure people weren't leaving establishments with while they were intoxicated. So we are taking steps to move forward with a decision as to whether or not we should have BYOB in Gloucester. And if we are going to have BYOB in Gloucester, how we can regulate that to have public safety. So the purpose of the meeting tonight is the very first step, which is just to hear from the community to determine whether or not there is support or not for a BYOB to be allowed in Gloucester. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So the plan is to have this public meeting tonight. We're not really going to discuss it in a lot of detail. We're going to talk about next steps of what we're going to do based on what we hear or what we don't hear tonight. And that'll be, and the BYOB issue will be discussed at a future hearing, which will probably happen hopefully next week or sometime thereafter. Did you want to add any comments?
So as a business owner and
License.
license holder, since there are no regulations, does this mean that people are allowed to come into my establishment BYOB?
No, usually I think because you have a liquor license, you cannot have BYOB in your establishment.
Okay.
It's usually establishments that don't have it.
So I guess, Melissa, this is Kurt Hausman at
Yep.
4 Blueberry Lane as well.
Hi,
I
Kurt.
guess my concern as a business owner with a license is we're highly regulated by how we manage our license, not only by the city, but with the state level as well. And I feel that just leaving that open for interpretation with just anyone can have a BYOB kind of defeats the purpose of having a regulated liquor license policy. And it also, as a seasonal license holder, I can't have BYOB in off season. So why should someone be able to have BYOB any time of the year when I can't have it in off season?
Okay. So just to clarify, because like I said, this isn't going to be a back and forth discussion tonight. We're just taking testimony. Are you in support of having a BYOB with regulation, or are you saying there should not be BYOB in any establishment?
I'm in support of it as long as it's regulated to the same extent that a liquor license is regulated.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you want to add anything else?
No,
Okay, thank you very much. We will be talking to you soon in the agenda.
thank you.
Fred has his hand up, Fred Shrigley. Hi, Fred, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Hi, Fred, yes, we can. Can you state your name and address for the record?
Fred Shrigley, 20 Centennial Avenue, Gloucester, Massachusetts.
Thank you very much. And so this is a public hearing on the BYOB issue. It's my
So-
understanding you want to
so-
speak to that issue and give us
Yeah,
some
so
testimony?
I'll cut right to the chase. I think the liquor board should have some regulations. And I'm not against, BYOB, but I think the concerns that you expressed earlier about people over drinking, underage drinking, all that should be incorporated in some regulations. I would also say no nips and maybe no hard alcohol. Limited to wine and beer. And that's all I've got to say. And people have their IDs checked. Other than that, I think the restaurants and other places that serve food need all the help they can get. So if bringing a bottle of wine in helps their establishment, I'm all for it.
Thank you very much for speaking with us tonight. Is there anyone else here joining us tonight? We have 9 attendees. Is there anyone else that would like to address the licensing board on the BYOB issue?
In the board.
Dean LaVoy? Hi, Dean, can you hear me?
Dean, you're muted.
I'm sorry. Dean Lavoy, 124 High Street, Ipswich, Mass. Anscombe Yacht Club.
Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm very good. Thank you for joining us tonight. Did you want to speak to us about the
I
BYOB?
just wanted to mention, I did send to Allison some regulation from the state regarding a club. We have a license, but there is some regulation that was set up, I think, 2 years ago to help us control if a member brought in wine and how that's regulated, and that it had to be served by an employee, and that there was a corkage fee of at least $30 set up so that the business would get some revenue associated with this.
So
And
you're
I-
saying the ABCC told you that you could have alcohol brought in with a liquor license?
Correct,
Okay,
for a club.
for a club.
And
For a
I
private
shared that
club.
with Allison. Maybe Allison, you could forward that on to her. But this was a discussion a few years back of how club members could bring their own fancy bottles of wine in versus what I had on stock. Okay.
Okay,
And this was set up with a, with the state. And it is, I can pull up the code. It is, and it might give you a little guidance, Melissa, on what to do locally. All right.
thank you. Yep,
You're welcome. So Alcoholic Beverage Control Commission advisory regarding serving wine in private clubs. And that was of January 13th, 2017. And I can share this with you, or Melissa or Allison can.
yeah, that would be great. Thank you so much, Dean. I appreciate that input. It's
No
helpful.
problem. That's all I got.
Okay. Is there anyone else joining us tonight that would like to speak to the public hearing matter? I don't see anyone. So, John, it's just you and I as members, as it stands today. So it looks like you and I will be having a discussion, and I'm hoping we can have a meeting next week. I was wondering, I asked Allison a little bit about availability for next week, which is April 20th at, say, 7 p.m., maybe for an hour. We have heard some testimony tonight. Obviously, there's some research to do. Chip Payson, city solicitor, has been standing by and assisting us with this topic. As you know, I sent out or circulated an email from him today with some other communities' regulations on BYOB.
Hey, hang on, Madam Chair. Allison, can you mute Dean? I think I'm getting,
Oh, I'm sorry.
there you go. Thank you.
Thank you. So obviously we need to have a discussion on what we want to do, if anything. I mean, we have choices. We could do nothing and it could stay the way that it is. We could do a prohibition against BYOB and not have it allowed at all in our community. Or we can try to regulate it through a city ordinance, which we can put forward to the city council, actually put forward to the mayor, and the mayor will put it through to the city council with our recommendations. So there's a lot of topics to think about. If we do want to do a regulation, it's a much bigger conversation. And if you get a chance, John, and you get to see those samples that we have, there's a lot to consider. Like Dean brought up, if private clubs can bring it in, I mean, we can regulate that they can still do that, or we can regulate that they can't. If that's a consideration we have to look into. So I guess, John, I'm going to kind of put you on the spot here. Do you have any thoughts about what more information you would need? I mean, we heard a little bit from the public tonight. We've heard Sergeant Connors has been attending our meetings and gave us his concerns at our meeting. As you know, Lieutenant David Quinn gave us his concerns back in August 2019, along with the city solicitor, Chip Peason at that time. So we have gotten some feedback. What are your thoughts about what you would like to do?
Yeah,
Next.
I think we should move forward. I mean, I'd like to read the information Chip had sent to us.
Okay.
And I'm fine with next Tuesday at 7. You know, have some more dialogue around it. I do think we need some type of guidance for businesses to understand the, you know, what they need to be responsible for if they decide to do BYOB. So I think there's a lot of risks out there without having some type of guidance and some direction for businesses. And it's only fair for the establishments that have liquor licenses also.
Okay. So it sounds like to me we want to do something. So is it safe to say, without making a lot of decisions tonight, that we're not going to not do anything?
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that.
Okay. So let's, Allison, are you available next Tuesday for an hour or so, or at least be able to start a meeting that I can manage as the host if necessary?
Fred's looking to speak again.
Yeah, hold on. And we can have a discussion and take some action on what we want to do and talk about particular topics and get this started. It sounds like we're going in the direction of allowing it with regulation, but we can have a much bigger discussion next week on that. And I'm going to ask Chip Payson to join us next week as well, so that we have his guidance. And Sean Connors, he's not here right now. He might come in later in the meeting, but I know this is a topic of his interest as well. And we'd like to hear some feedback from the police if that's the way we're going to go. So we'll include him in our conversations. And actually the police chief might want to join us as well. So let's let Fred talk again. Fred, can you unmute?
Yeah, the only thing that might do something that would appease a lot of people is if you're required, if you're gonna have BYOB in your establishment, that you have some form of liquor liability.
Absolutely.
Not as much as we're required, but if you're allowing people to drink in your establishment, it's almost like they're drinking in your home.
Yep.
And there is some liability there. And so maybe that's an angle you hadn't thought about. That's all I'm going to say.
Thank you. Okay. So John, do we need to discuss this any further? Do you feel comfortable with the next steps?
Yes, absolutely, Madam Chair.
Okay, great. So we are going to move on to the agenda, and the first item is correction of operation hours. Gloucester Liquors, Inc., DBA Charlie's Cape Ann Liquor Chest, located at 711 Gloucester Crossing. Is there anyone here tonight representing that organization?
Yeah, Rob looks like he's on.
Rob, there he is. Hi, Rob. Can you state your name and address for the record, please?
Yes, Robert Bradley, Gloucester, Cape Ann Liquors, 711 Gloucester Crossing, Gloucester, Mass.
Welcome. So it's my understanding you want to adjust your hours on the on your liquor license for the sale?
Yes, yes, we'd like to modify the hours to Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Those were our operating hours in the past, so we'd like to get back to those hours for this summer.
Can you just tell me what your Sunday hours were again?
Sunday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Okay. John, do you have any questions?
No, I do not.
So I'll make a motion that we modify Gloucester
Madam
Liquors
Chair?
Inc. Yes?
I'm sorry to interrupt. He had spoken to me about staying open later at holidays and forgot to do that as well. So I just want to remind everybody so we don't have to come back again, if that's an issue.
Rob, do you want to address that issue? Are you looking to stay open later than 10 on a holiday, or?
No, we just want to maintain the 8 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Okay.
hours for holidays also, but
Okay.
Not anything different.
Thank you. So the motion is to modify Gloucester Liquors, Inc., DBA Charlie's Cape Ann Liquor Chest located at 711 Gloucester Crossing to modify the sale hours to be Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion?
No, ma'am.
Roll call vote, Allison?
Mr. Lammery,
Yes.
Ms. Prince,
Yes. Okay, that goes into play effective immediately. Did you have any questions for us while you're here?
I did not.
Great. Thank you very much and have a good night.
Good luck, Rep.
Thank you. Have a nice evening, everybody.
Thank you. Next order of business is temporary extension of premise for outdoor seating, Railroad Ave Associates, Inc., DBA Rumline Restaurant, 40 Railroad Ave, Gloucester. And we have Fred with us. Hold
I'm
on.
here.
Hi, hold on, I just want to get my my pictures up of what you're doing. So Fred, why don't you start off by telling us what your intentions are tonight?
Okay, well, as you all know, I've been closed for 13 months.
Oh,
Last summer, I couldn't have gotten anybody to work when they were getting $600 a month unemployment. I've got a nice parking lot. I hot topped it. I bought tables and chairs last year, and I did the Outside the Box Cafe, which is BYOB. And I only did it one night a week. Had no complaints from any of the neighbors, no police, anything. So coming into this year, I think I want to try and get it going. I'm not sure how it will work, but if I do extend the premises, outside dining and drinking is much safer. So I think, and I want to have a pass-through window. So it'll be staffed by 3 people, one in the kitchen, one behind the bar, one server, and maybe a hostess. 6 tables, 3 high tops, no live music. It's, I don't even know if I can pull it off, but this is a start.
okay, so just to be clear, this is a temporary extension of premise due to the COVID regulations, correct?
Exactly.
Okay, because we did approve many last year, knowing that people are looking for outdoor dining. Like you said, the safety of the community is a priority. So the city of Gloucester is allowing many extension of premises to happen with regulation, of course, while we're in this pandemic that the governor declared last year. So I'm looking at your extension and I see your pictures, and just to be clear, this is an extension. This is not an entertainment. This is an extension of premise only. I know you said you're not having live music, but that would be a
I know
entertainment.
the rules. I know the
Okay.
rules. It's 41 years.
I know. And as you know, we didn't have to notify your abutters or anything on this request because it is a COVID matter. So,
My neighbors would support me.
yeah, no, I'm sure. John, do you have any questions? Do you want to start?
So Fred, just a quick question. So you said you have a hostess there maybe sometimes, or who's going to be watching in that entrance? Who's coming in and out and carting?
It depends on if I can find a hostess, John. But that's my intention. It might be a host, meaning moi. So you don't think I'm going to be hiding. I'm going to be there focusing on making sure customers are happy. I mean, having to reinvent myself after all these years, is something that I wouldn't wish on anybody. Okay, I had a good establishment, good customers, older customers, live music, and now I have to reinvent myself. So whatever you can do to help, I appreciate.
Access to the bathroom, obviously indoors. So,
Yep.
Yep. Okay. And board, has a building inspector been out to approve it?
He came last year, but I think he had to look at the application. And if he'd had some objections, he would have said something. Allison's more in tune with that than I am. But I had last year, I had the fire department and the building inspector show up when I did the outside the box cafe, and they said what they saw was perfectly fine. The Board of Health guy said, yeah, your tables are spread and everything. And I didn't really need their approval, but I got it anyway.
So Fred, let me say this. So the extension that you're looking for today, tonight, when we addressed others, we ask a series of questions because now you're going to be allowed to have your licenses being extended to serve out onto those premises. So we have to ask you a series of questions about safety. The building inspector will have to sign off. The fire inspector will have to sign off. We have to make sure that the patio guidelines are in place, meaning that the fence is secure to keep those who have drinks in hand within that controlled area. We're not going to ask you, are you going to have a reservation system in place, or yes or no? I mean, we're not saying you have to, but there's a series of questions that we have to inquire about to extend your alcohol license.
Okay.
So that's what we're doing tonight. And we've asked all others these same questions. So if you're not familiar with those patio guidelines, you might want to look at them. I think they might even be on our website. I put them up last year. It's very simple. And working with the building inspector, he can tell you whether or not it's sufficient. You know, I don't know if a rope is good or not. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. I can't remember what Phil Sanborn said about that for last year when we extended many premises under these same conditions. But John is asking you about monitoring. In other words, we need to know who's watching outdoors while people are drinking alcohol. You know, that's part of our decision of whether we're going to extend it or not. So I know
well-
finding help is extremely difficult.
Okay, well, like I said, there's going to be a staff of 3,
Okay,
one person outside. It's going to be a pass-through window, a bartender inside who's going to run from the kitchen to the window with food. And like I said, if I can get a hostess, great. If not, I might be there, or maybe another staff member might be there. But it's there will be one tip certified person out there who'll be taking orders, serving food, and serving the drinks, and checking IDs, doing all that stuff that we do.
okay. Are you going to have cameras outside by any chance?
I've already got cameras,
Okay.
but they don't cover the whole parking lot. They cover one end of the parking lot. So, you know, I'm not required to have cameras, am I?
No, I'm just
Okay.
asking so that there's an extra set of eyes. In other words, there's liability issues with this. So in other words, I'm not trying to get in or even inquire as to your security system. I'm just trying to look at, there is a liability of serving drinks outside. So I'm just wondering if you do have cameras. A lot of establishments have put them up just
Okay.
to have an extra set of eyes out there in case something does happen.
You know, I don't think that's the way to look at it. The way to
Okay.
look at it is to hire staff that knows how to not overserve and who've been doing this for years and years. And I've got that staff, and I have total, you know, support for them. I mean, they're confidence with them. I mean, it's all about what you know, Anyway, I don't have to tell you. That's all I'm gonna say.
And are you gonna use a reservation type system, or is it gonna be like first come, first serve?
No, I'm gonna try a reservation system. And,
You know, you have COVID guidelines to follow, taking phone numbers and things like that of patrons
Yeah.
that come in.
yeah, I'm just working on that with my daughter who knows how to work around that, okay? So, there's a toast tab and I'm working on, putting the, thing on the table where people can scan the menu. I'm working on all that, but it's just, like I said, it's a work in progress.
Right.
I
It's a work in-
need to get the permission to do it before I can execute.
Okay, and then just be clear, I mean, we're doing everything we can to help you, but these are the expectations we have in place before we approve it. In other words, if we approve this tonight, it's subject to these things being done. So that's why we're asking. I know it's difficult, the transition, especially for us old folks, I'll call us, because we're not used to doing business this way, like younger generations are. But there's certain safeguards that have to be in place for us to approve this type of extension. So that's why we're asking. In other words, if we approve this tonight, it's subject to these things being done.
I can
So
see the
like-
logic in that. Yeah.
Yeah. There are COVID regulations. The Board of Health will tell you what you need to do, which includes getting people's phone numbers when they come in case there is a COVID issue and they have to do contact tracing and things like that. You have to keep a book who's in there. There's a lot of requirements to this type of outdoor extension. And I just want you to understand that those are the expectations with approval. So it's great that you have your daughter working with you. I'm sure she'll be very helpful. She can probably teach us a couple things.
She's a smart lady.
Fred, I guess the only suggestion too I would have is I'm looking at the photograph that you included. It looks like a fun setup out there. I think that a little something more bold for the barrier. It looks like it's just some string or rope, thin rope. If you could do like a chain or something a little bit more substantial. So it kind of identifies that it's a separation of the property, but also Bill will be able to determine whether that's accurate or not. But
Well, if you look at the picture, I put these plants in between the huge,
pylons.
pylons, yeah. And so, anybody who tries to get through there is gonna have problems. There's only one way to get into the parking lot, and that's looking at the parking lot, and that's to the right. And there'll be a rope up there maybe, like I had last year, reservations only. I'm gonna start slow and just see how the thing works. It might not work at all. I might just say, the hell with it.
So Fred, just to continue on that path a little bit, that parking lot is right on a street. So when the building inspector comes out there, there's going to be concern about, could a car accidentally turn in that way? And the rope may not be
Let me deal with
designated
that.
safety rope. It might not work. So I know we've had this issue. They're actually online with us now. There's been issues in Gloucester with the potential of cars being able to have access to that temporary extension. So there's going to be expectations that there's a barrier there that is safe.
I'll park my car in front of the driveway.
You can be working with the building inspector because he'll be the one making that decision on what type of fixture needs to be there. Plants seem to work fine as long as the base is heavy. That may be enough to satisfy his requirements. It may not be, but that's something you have to work with Bill Sanborn on.
I got it.
Okay. John, do you have any other questions
No, Madam Chair.
or concerns?
Sergeant Connors, does he have anything?
Oh yeah, Sergeant Connors is with us. Hi,
Hi.
Sean.
A little late. We've worked with Fred in the past. Any issues we've ever had, he's been wonderful as far as dealing with them with us. And so hopefully all goes well with his inspection with Mr. Sanborn.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So with that being said, if there's no more questions, I'm going to move to approve Railroad Ave Associates, Inc., DBA Rumline Restaurant, application for an expansion of premises located at 40 Railroad Ave, Gloucester, Mass., as it meets the legal standards as were mentioned during the discussion, and it's also reasonable and proper, given the current economic circumstances, to approve this temporary extension of premise, subject to passing inspection from the building inspector and the fire department.
Second.
Discussion. Trying to cover everything in there.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. So we heard from Fred tonight. We heard the safety plans that he has, having someone outdoors at all times, observing the outdoor activity, tip certified, checking IDs, potential reservation system if that works out. So it sounds to me that he's on the right path to meet all the requirements for this extension of premise. So that being said, Allison, do you want to do a roll call vote?
Mr. Lammery,
Yes.
Ms. Prince,
Yes. So Fred, that extension is approved, but you'll have to work with the building inspector, as you know, said it
Absolutely.
100 times. Do you have any questions for us? I mean, you know, you can always call us during the
No,
process.
I'm glad for this opportunity. And like I said, and like you said, we're all getting old.
Right.
I'm 75. I'm too old for this shit, to be
And-
perfectly honest with you. So,
And just so that you know, this extension of premise expires November 1st, 2020.
absolutely, absolutely. Thank you, all of you. You do such a great job and spending your nights dealing with this. I thank you very much. Over and
Thank you,
out.
Fred.
Good luck, Fred.
Have a good night.
Night.
Next order of business is change of manager, Eastern Point Yacht Club, Inc., 125 Eastern Point Road. I believe we have,
You see Jack is there.
yeah, we have, I think, a couple here. Mr. Sherrod, Steve Sherrod. Is Jack Egan also?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me now? Yeah.
Hi, can you say your name and address for the record, please?
Stephen Sharrod, Eastern Point Yacht Club, 125 Eastern Point Boulevard, Gloucester, Mass.
Hi, Steve.
Good evening. Thank you, everybody.
Don't you have a board meeting tonight?
No, we
No?
canceled it for
You
you
can't, you cancel it for us? Okay.
tomorrow night. So get
Okay.
busy now.
And does Jack want to speak as well? Or is he just here to observe?
He's for support.
Okay, great. Just to note for the minutes that Jack Egan is in attendance as well for this matter. So why don't you give us a little history of why you're here tonight?
I wish I knew.
The short version.
So the quick version, in 2017, we went through this process, filed everything with the state. And it seemed like for the last few years, every year when we get our liquor license issued from the city of Gloucester, it has a previous manager's name on it from maybe 2015 on it. So every year we try to correct it. And this year we're moving forward with it. Thanks to everybody's help. So.
Okay, and as you know, we've been going through our records and doing a clerical correction of records over the past year and finding little issues here and there. So this is not surprising. We have other licenses that have been in the same status that we've had to do some work on to make that information current. And it sounds like that's what we're doing tonight. So you've been managing this establishment. It's my understanding you just had to work with the ABCC a little bit to get your name properly listed as manager. Am I correct in that?
That's correct. And it's been all set.
Okay. I'm just looking at your application. John, do you have any questions?
No, I didn't have, the application looked pretty accurate to me. Stephen, you can just, it looks like you've been executive chef at a couple places. How long have you been at Eastern Point?
This is my 5th year.
Wow, okay.
So for 5 years, we've been finally trying to make this right, and I'm glad it's finally happening.
Yeah, and you've been the executive chef there?
Yes,
Gotcha.
but for a while I did dual roles. Now I've been reprieved for the record.
Okay, I'm just looking, you have your corporate vote all in order.
Yep.
Your votes are correct for the ABCC. So it looks complete to me. So I'll do a motion to do a change of manager for Eastern Point Yacht Club, Inc., located at 125 Eastern Point Road, to be Steve Sherrod.
Can I make a correction?
Yes.
I probably should shut my mouth, but I'm gonna, it's Eastern Point Boulevard.
Oh, okay. Allison, do you have that?
Hope that doesn't throw a spin into everything.
No, I'm just gonna look and see what's on the application.
As long as it's correct on the application, that's what they will change it to.
So the application just says Eastern Point Yacht Club, Inc.
There must be an address somewhere. I'm just looking. It has-
Steve, did you make the correction for the address on the original, on the renewal?
We've been making that all along.
So it says premise address is 125 Eastern Point Boulevard.
Okay,
Is that
Yeah.
not correct? Is that not correct?
That is correct, correct.
yeah,
That is correct,
I think on our agenda, it doesn't have it. It says Eastern Point Road.
Right.
So that's what I was reading it from, so that's why I
Okay.
said it.
Just want to make sure we're all good.
I second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion?
Oh, ma'am.
Roll call vote?
Mr. Flammering,
Yes.
Ms. Prince.
Yes. Steve, you should be all set. Do you have any questions for us?
Yeah, so we have a couple of other things I think we were looking for licensing on.
Yeah, yep, we'll be calling you. We'll be calling on you when we get to those. It shouldn't be too
Okay.
long.
Thank you, ladies and
All right,
gentlemen.
thank you.
Welcome.
Talk to you in a little bit.
Great, thank you.
Next order of business is common victular.
The Eastern Point Yacht Club, yes.
Yeah, we have several.
Oh,
Are we holding off on the Houseman Hospitality?
Oh, what? Oh, I skipped right over it. How did I do that? Sorry about that. Me of all people to skip over the drift.
Right.
Permanent extension of premises, Houseman Hospitality Group, Drift Cafe, located at 3 Main Street. Very sorry, gentlemen.
Oh, no worries.
I was just so excited about what you're doing. I just couldn't contain myself.
We're very excited too.
Very happy for you.
Very exciting.
So, please state your name and address for the record again.
Rick Hossman, Kurt Hossman, 4 Blueberry Lane, Gloucester, Massachusetts.
Excellent. Thank you. So you have been operating out of 3 Main Street and you are expanding your business. Why don't you tell us about what you're doing? The short version.
The short version is we have taken down a wall and have doubled our size.
Okay, so you're going into the space next to you
We're
on the
going
same-
into
same floor.
5 Main Street, which is the 2 doctor's offices that one time that are now 2 extra bays, giving us additional square footage.
So it's on the same floor.
All on the same floor, yes.
Tell us about some improvements you've done to that area.
So we've added 3 new bathrooms. We've doubled the size of our kitchen. We've doubled the size of the bar. We've brought in a new chef. We've created a server station to be able to access the patio that we've got. The windows will be coming in beginning of June, so the windows will all open. 4 bays will open now instead of 2.
So you'll still be open air?
We'll still be open air. We hired a general manager. We're just moving and shaking. Fred was talking about reinventing himself. Well, it seems that every season we reinvent ourselves, and
Not easy.
it's not easy, but we enjoy the challenge, and we're here to stay. So we're going to do whatever it takes.
Great. Very excited about this. John, do you have questions?
Just a couple. One entry in and the second door exit is more of a exit for emergency purposes, or you're going to be able to come in both doors?
We're going to start with one entrance in, 3 egresses out. So there are actually 3 doors as egresses out. Emergency exits for 2 of them. Servers will be using the middle door to go in and out to carry food from the kitchen down to the patio. And then the original door that was there will just be another server entrance to make the ease instead of walking through the bar to go in restaurant to get to the tables. They'll be able to use that.
Gotcha.
We will have security on Fridays, Thursday, Friday, Saturdays. We're going to have 2 hostess stands, one down at the street level and one up above inside the restaurant.
And looks like you have liquor storage now on premise. Are you still having storage outside in another location?
No, we still, we had storage, liquor storage was in the kitchen area, and now we've got a designated liquor room now that we'll be able to utilize and access.
Great. That's all for me, Madam Chair.
Great. So I just want to state for the record that I did go down and do a site visit a couple weeks ago. I was in the area and stopped in because I knew they were there. So I have a visual, and I can tell you that it's really great. They take what they had and they've expanded it. It's the same decor. It looks phenomenal.
Great.
So my question is, Rick, do you know what your capacity will be with that extra area? If you don't know, that's okay. I'm just wondering, is it like double?
We spoke to
or-
the fire chief, and we have 3 egresses, so the capacity with the bathroom capacity can be 120 or more, depending on what the square footage is. And we're bringing an engineer or another architect in to take a closer look at that.
And of course, I'm
Choke points
asking
is
for
what they're
out,
called.
when I ask these questions, I mean outside of COVID. We know that COVID is still with us and might limit you in those types of areas, but I'm talking about if COVID wasn't here, what would your capacity be?
If COVID wasn't here, we are looking for a capacity of 120 inside.
Wow, okay.
Based on our egresses. Now, that is, the 120 is based on the bathrooms. And if our square footage allows 120, then that's what the capacity will be. So as of right now, the architect has given us a capacity of 109 inside, based on a previous bathroom design. So we're still working on getting the capacity. So anywhere between 109, which is now set in stone, and 120 inside.
Okay, great. And of course, you just want to get this on record, that you are working with the building inspector and are up to code with all the remodeling that you do, and the fire department's involved, all the correct departments in Gloucester are involved as you do this.
Yes, ma'am, we are. As of right now, we've been under construction, and so the plumbing inspection has been done, the framing inspection has been done, the electrical inspection is done. They're now closing up walls underneath, under the supervision, like I said, of the building department or of those different divisions of the building department. And so the next step will be, like I said, the walls will be closed up, and then final inspections should happen within the next 3 weeks.
Excellent.
When do you plan to open?
We are hoping to open on the 3rd of May. Tentatively.
So John, just to have an understanding too, is their intention is to open up in May. They will likely be coming before the board again in May and making some changes to their license that they're requesting tonight. It's a situation where this business has always had a seasonal license, and there's a hope and desire to turn it into a year-round license if they can get one that's available. But the timing for them to open up by May would require them, as it stands today, to get a seasonal license, but that status could change. And at the same time, they're extending their premises and making it bigger. So we're trying to do the best that we can to accommodate them to get open as soon as possible. We want our restaurants to thrive this year. And I do believe that we are going to be the day trip destination of the world this summer. And there's going to be lots of people coming here seeking out restaurants. So we're doing what we can to get everyone open as soon as possible and as safely as possible. So we'll probably be having more of a conversation about this project at our May meeting as well. But right now they're just looking to do their seasonal and then do the extension of premises as opposed to a new license, looking at the totality of the area altogether, if that makes sense to you.
Yep, absolutely.
So Rick, did you, or Kirk, did you have to change your insurance for this? Have you been in touch with the insurance company because is there a different liability situation with more capacity? I don't know, I'm asking, you probably know.
Yes, we've met with, we're fortunate to have Palazzolo Insurance right next door to us. So they've been working very closely with us and have at that one point, they have increased the liability insurance for the patio and for the extra space.
Okay, great. And that building has a ramp out front, you're ADA accessible?
Yes, we are ADA accessible. We are sprinklered. Yes, fire systems are in place.
Landlord approved all this?
Oh yeah, the fire department's been in and we've had new fire sirens put in. Everything is new exit signs, right?
Okay. And your liquor storage area, that room that you have now, that new room that's locked, right?
Yes, that's a locked room.
Okay. And you have ADA bathrooms. I'm looking at your floor plan.
Yes, 2 ADA bathrooms, one men's, one woman's ADA bathroom, and then 2 additional unisex bathrooms.
Okay.
And those bathrooms, again, can accommodate up to 120 people.
So let me ask you this, because you have your patio out front, and I know you were using the bathrooms in your space downstairs. Is that still required, or with these new bathrooms, does that eliminate the need for the bathroom downstairs?
We are going to continue to have access to the bathroom downstairs for folks on the patio if we decide that we want to have the full capacity at 120 on the inside. So at 150 total, we would continue to need the bathroom downstairs.
Okay. Excellent. John, do you have any more questions?
No, the application looked good. I'm good.
Great. Do you want to do a motion?
Sure. I motion to approve a permanent extension of premise to Hosman Hospitality Group doing business at Strip Cafe at 3 Main Street.
I'm going to amend it to say subject to meeting all building and fire inspections and all the other departments that we're not involved in. And I'll second that motion. Discussion.
No.
I just want to say that I'm really happy that I know it's been a dream of both of yours to expand this business, and it's really awesome to see your dream come true. So, and I know John feels the same way. You're a business that does things right, and you put your heart and soul into it. And everyone knows I'm a fan of your business, and John is too. So just wishing you lots of luck. I know we're going to talk to you later on about your alcohol license, but it just makes me really happy to see this happening. not only for you, but for Gloucester too, because the community is going to be very excited to see this new extension. So with that being, Allison, can you do a roll call, please?
You're muted.
Mr. Lammerin,
Yes.
Ms. Prince.
Yes. Excellent. Okay,
Thank you.
gentlemen,
We appreciate your support.
so we will be talking to you a little bit later on about your alcohol license
And entertainment.
Sounds great.
and entertainment. Yep. Common victular. So we have several. Allison, did you say we invited Common Vics tonight?
Yes, all of the new, either restaurants or new owners. So that would be Endless Flavors, Gloucester Steakhouse, and Subway is a new owner. The other
Okay.
two are businesses.
Okay, so let's start with Endless Flavors Square Pizza. Who is here from that business?
Who's here?
I want to make sure they wave. There we go.
Hi, hello.
Hi, can you say your name and address for the record, please?
Yes, my name is Evandro. It's the address is 23 East Main Street.
Excellent.
Yep.
Tell us
So-
about your new business.
Well, that's a dream to me and my wife.
Oh,
He's not that big as the person that spoke before me, which I wish I wish the best of luck to him,
mhm.
and looking forward to meeting. And it's let me talk about a little bit what I'm trying to do here.
Okay.
It's pizza. Of course, everybody loves pizza, and
Yeah.
which is a new concept to that, which is we call square pizza, which is a kind of Sicilian pizza, the bigger than usual. It's the whole tray carries like 20 slices, which can feed a big family. And the sauce is kind of a sweet sauce, which is a little different from everything we have here already. And it's pretty much a family business. It's going to be operated by me and my wife, which is she's going to take care of the bakery stuff, a kind of Brazilian breads, baklavas, which is a Greek style dessert. And I believe it's something new to Gloucester, like some people call that beach pizza because it can be found pretty much at the beach, like Salisbury Beach, Seabrook Beach. And I believe this is it. I don't know if you guys are gonna ask me about the hours of operation, things like that, or
No, you can tell us. I mean, we usually inquire more with the alcohol licenses, and that's not the case here. But I'm happy to hear what hours you're going to be open because I'm looking forward to visiting.
Mhm. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, regarding the alcohol, I know the former owner has the license and
No,
everything.
there's no alcohol with this business.
No, there's no
Right,
alcohol.
okay.
Yeah,
Wanna
there's
be
no
clear.
alcohol. Yeah, no alcohol. And the hours of operation is gonna be 8 to 9 o'clock weekdays,
Okay.
and 8 to 10 o'clock at the weekends, if you guys allow me to, of course.
Of course.
Okay. Yeah, so pretty
Sounds
much that.
How many, are you gonna have people sitting inside?
Well, that's the thing which concerns a little bit. I have a couple tables available, which I'm putting in place to COVID regulation. is pretty much gonna be delivery, takeout, things like that. You know, this kind of pizza allows me to have people in and out, especially when you call that beach pizza. You know, people just stop by, take out, and go to the beach or go to the friend or have a family gathering or something.
Did you do this
But-
somewhere else, or is this your first attempt?
This is my first. I always been working for pizza shops, and I think that's my time. You know, with a lot of I know a lot of challenges out there, but we're gonna make through it.
Yep, it's good.
Absolutely.
I look forward
Okay,
to my first order.
very excited for this. So I'm going to make a motion to approve the common victual license for Endless Flavor Square Pizza and Bakery, Inc., located at 23 East Main Street.
Second,
Any further discussion?
no, ma'am.
Roll call?
All right, thank you. I appreciate your support. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Mr.
Best of luck.
Larian?
Yes.
See you guys soon.
Yes. Okay, you're all set. Thank you
Thank you.
so much. Good luck. Next
Thank you. Have a
order
good
is
night.
Gloucester Steakhouse, Inc., 151 Main Street. Is there anyone here from that establishment?
Evandra.
Can you state your name and address for the record, please?
You're muted. There you go.
There you go.
All right, Evandro Osorio.
Welcome.
Thank you.
This sounds exciting as well. Steakhouse. Tell me what you're proposing. Or moving forward with, I should say. It's more than a proposal. Can you tell us about your business?
I don't believe has both businesses.
Hello?
Hello? Oh, it's muted.
So this is the gentleman from the pizza place,
Real
correct?
Pizza, yes,
Oh, is it? You sure?
yes.
This-
So there's no one here from Gloucester Steakhouse? Who's on the application?
Claudia Ventura.
Did this business open last year? Did they come before us last year? And they didn't open?
This is the one that we had discussed earlier today. They opened a few months ago, but they're open and operating, but they have just applying for this now. They do have their food establishment permit, however.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna move on to the next one. AAA Business Group, Inc., Subway, 25 Railroad Ave. Is anyone here from that establishment?
Who else here? He
Seeing
was
none.
here at the beginning of the meeting, but it looks like he left.
Okay. So, John, let's just do, I can say that I go to Subway often with my granddaughter, so I know the place is doing all the right things in there. I'm in there very often with Emma. So I'm gonna move that we approve Gloucester Steakhouse, Inc., 151 Main Street, AAA Business Group, Inc., Subway Restaurant, 25 Railroad Ave, Annisquam Yacht Club, 17 River Road, and Husband Hospitality Group, Drift Cafe, located at 3 Main Street. A move to approve the common victual licenses for those establishments.
Second,
Any further discussion?
amen.
All in favor? Oh, no, roll call vote, sorry.
Mr.
Getting ahead of
Lemon,
myself.
Ms. Prince,
Yes. Excellent. Lodging house license. Eastern Point Yacht Club, the Crow's Nest and Roseo Quail Run LLC at 1 Main Street.
Yeah, the only issue I had was with the Crow's Nest not having building inspection sign-offs.
Okay, so Greg Souza is here. Can we promote Greg?
Hi there, I'm here.
Excellent. John, do you have a question for Greg? We just had a question on the, on your lodging license.
Yeah, I heard John. The inspectors are coming Monday. I guess I was a little late off the mark and or they're busy. So
Oh,
they're coming, all of them are coming Monday to do my inspections just for the sign off sheet.
Okay, nope, that's good. That satisfies me. Everything.
Thank you.
Thank you, Greg.
Thanks.
So I didn't see any other issues with any of the applications.
Nope, nor did I.
So I'm going to do this as a group. I'm going to move that we approve lodging house licenses for the following: Eastern Point Yacht Club, Inc., 125 Eastern Point Road, The Crow's Nest, 334 Main Street, and Razo Quail Run LLC, 1 Main Street.
Second,
All subject to meeting inspections.
second,
Any further discussion?
ma'am,
Roll call vote?
muted. You're muted.
Sorry. Mr. Lamron,
Yes.
Ms. Prince.
Yes. Entertainment license, Eastern Point Yacht Club. So we need to have Steve come back. Steve, can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
We can.
Hi.
So we've approved you for entertainment in the past. Can you tell us what you're doing if anything is different from the past? Talk about your hours and what type of entertainment you'll be doing.
So we're maintaining the same status as we've done for the last few years. So we do entertainment for weddings and private functions. And we also do Sunday entertainment outside on the lawn,
Okay.
nothing
so,
inside.
and
Same
what
as
are
we've
the
been doing.
what are the hours of entertainment that you're going to be doing?
I think we've applied for 12 to 11. Sorry, I don't have it in front of me, but I'm.
Oh, that's okay. I do actually. 12 to 11. And
So
on
I'm pretty
Sunday,
strict about, I'm pretty strict about 11 o'clock, especially when we have outside weddings, because we are a pretty residential area, even though all
Yeah.
our members usually end up in their balconies enjoying the music. I tell all our guests, we have a dead stop 11 o'clock for any kind of music.
okay, and you've done this in the past till 11, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any questions, John?
No.
I move that we approve the Eastern Point Yacht Club, Inc., 125 Eastern Point Ave for entertainment license as presented from 12 p.m. noon to 11 p.m. Monday through Saturday.
Second,
Any further discussion?
no, ma'am.
Roll call vote?
Mr. Lamron,
Yes.
Ms. Prince.
Yes. And we're going to go right on to the Sunday entertainment instead of holding off. So Sunday, you're looking for the same hours. Did you have any issues last year on a Sunday from any neighbors or anything?
No, not at all.
Sergeant Collins, any concerns about entertainment license, those hours at Eastern Point Yacht Club?
No, we've had no issues there whatsoever.
Excellent.
On Sundays, we're usually 8:30, no more entertainment. That's
Mm.
the usual time, but we ask for that extended time in case we have a private event.
Okay. So I move that we recommend to the mayor to approve Eastern Point Yacht Club, Inc., 125 Eastern Point Road, Sunday entertainment to be from 12 p.m. noon to 11 p.m.
Second,
Any further discussion?
no, ma'am.
The mayor is usually with us and couldn't join us tonight because she is at another meeting. Roll call vote, Allison?
Mr. Lamron,
Yes.
Ms. Prince.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I have a question.
Yes.
I don't think we received our common vic, and I know you skipped over that.
We approved it.
All approved? Wasn't in that? Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. You guys do a wonderful job, and we appreciate your help.
Seasonal-
Thank you. Enjoy. Have a great season.
Hang on.
Are we all done?
No, not yet. We have a
Okay, I
seasonal,
didn't-
club all alcohol beverage to approve.
I'm
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
Liquor license.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry, you gotta hang on.
Okay, yeah.
We'll be with you in a few minutes.
No? that's
Um,
fine.
Annisquam Yacht Club. Who is here from Annisquam?
Dean
Dean,
LaVoy, 17 River Road.
Hi, Dean.
Hey,
So tell us what you're doing for entertainment, if it's anything different than last year, what your intentions are this year.
probably safer to say similar to 2019, but, various things. We have children's entertainment on Wednesday nights. Tuesday nights, we do speaker events for the membership. Various workshops in sailing and bridge. And Thursday night, acoustic, small entertainment on the deck. And then for member and some private events, with a stop time before 11 p.m. And, I'm hoping that we can fill that schedule a bit more this year.
So you're looking for indoor and outdoor entertainment or just outdoor?
Indoor, outdoor.
Dean, do you know when they're going to come and do the inspection?
I don't. Just went on the city site and it said that the inspection is in process for scheduling.
Very good.
I'm in really no big hurry because I don't open until the late May.
Yep.
John, do you have any further questions?
Do not.
I move that we approve the entertainment license for Annisquam Yacht Club, 17 River Road, Monday through Saturday, 11 to 11 for indoor and outdoor entertainment,
Second.
subject to inspections.
Second.
Any further discussion?
No.
Roll call vote?
Mr. Lammery,
Yes.
Ms. Prince,
Yes. And I'm going to make a motion to recommend to the mayor to approve a Sunday entertainment license for Annisquam Yacht Club, 17 River Road, for hours 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., subject to inspections, indoor, outdoor.
Second.
Any further discussion?
No.
Sergeant Connors, do you have any concern with Annisquam Yacht Club?
No concerns. They've been fine as well.
Great, thank you so much. Allison, roll call vote?
Mr. Lammery,
Yes.
Ms. Prince.
Yes. Excellent. Do you have any questions for us, Dean, while you're here?
No, I don't. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Best of luck this season.
Still has one more. He's got
Ooh. Yes, here I am sending everyone away and I'm gonna be looking for them. Jumping the gun. Entertainment license, Hossman Hospitality Group, The Drift, 3 Main Street, for entertainment for weekday and Sunday. And I won't tell them they're done because I know they're later on the agenda as well. So, The Drift. What are we doing for entertainment? And is it indoor, outdoor, or both?
We are gonna do the same indoor entertainment,
Okay.
and we would like to add outdoor entertainment.
Okay, so tell me
Yep.
about the outdoor entertainment.
So we plan on having some acoustic outdoor entertainment, guitar player, I would guess we would like it during the day mostly, not at night. Based on it being a mixed use neighborhood and the noise and that kind of thing. But let's say on a Sunday afternoon, or a Saturday afternoon, we've got people coming back from the beach. We might do a guitar player out in one of the corners of the patio, or maybe up above, right outside one of the doors, just to make it a little more lively, like I said, during the day. We have a brunch ideas that we're kicking around, but at this point we haven't. We would have an entertainer for inside and outside, coming, more of a lip syncing entertainer coming out from inside to outside during a brunch at this point, we're thinking.
Okay, I know COVID has a lot of restrictions on entertainment as well.
Oh, yeah.
Still right now, and there's distances that have to be for certain instruments and vocals and non-vocals and.
Yeah, this wouldn't be till after the state, regulations have been freed up and we're allowed to have entertainment again.
Okay, and on your outdoor, what are you looking for hours on your outdoor?
I would say, we probably, 9:30 for any outdoor music that's going to be pumped out.
9:30 PM to end?
Yes, yes, for the outdoor music that is going to be, let's say we have a speaker outside that's going to have music playing for folks who are on the patio dining. We would like to have that go through until we close the kitchen, and the kitchen gets closed around 9:30 for dinner.
And this music would be low playing music, not loud music like we approved at Yellow?
Yes, ma'am. It would be
Yeah.
low playing music, just ambiance music. It's not
Ambiance.
going to be the loud pumped out music.
And I asked because we have had concerns in that area with outdoor music, so I just want to be mindful of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we'd keep it to, a very reasonable sound level. And if we had an entertainer, it would only be an acoustic entertainer.
Okay. John, do you have any questions?
No, you're hitting all the points I had concerns with.
Okay. Sergeant Connors, any concerns?
No concerns with the music. I think they've done well before. They'll do fine.
Yeah, and I'm sure if we get complaints, they'll address them pretty quickly, so.
Agreed.
So I will make a motion to approve the entertainment license for Hoffman Hospitality Group, Drift Cafe, 3 Main Street. Indoor and low playing outdoor music from, so I look at my notes here. Is it 11 to 11? Or was that the last one? That was the last one.
No, it was 11 a.m. Oh, yeah, 11:30 to 12:30.
11:30 to 12:30, Monday through Saturday. Except for the outdoor entertainment will be done by 9:30.
Yes.
I guess that, yes,
So we're saying 11:30 to 12:30 indoors and 11:30 to 9:30 PM outdoors?
yes,
And would you like it to list ambient music outdoors or
yes,
drifted? I mean,
Yes.
as yellow?
yes. In that area, we would have to.
I second.
Any further discussion?
Amen.
Roll call vote?
Oh, I'm sorry. Just writing notes here.
That's
Mr.
okay.
Lamb,
Yes.
Miss Prince,
Yes.
deep in thought.
And I'm just thinking Sunday entertainment, those were the same hours? Got ahead of myself in this packet here.
I think Sunday we had to stop it earlier.
Yeah.
We have 12 p.m. to 12 a.m., but I'm not sure that's going to pass the mayor's.
Yeah, I think she originally had you stop at 10. When I say she, the mayor approved it 10 one year, but then extended you to 11, or was it 9 and then extended it to 10?
She extended us till 11.
11, yeah, okay. Are you okay ending at that time?
On Sundays, absolutely.
Okay, great. So I make a motion to recommend to the mayor to approve Sunday entertainment for Hoffman Hospitality Group, Drift Cafe, 3 Main Street from, was it 12 to 11 on
11.
Sunday?
Oh, Sunday, 12 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Is that what you wanted for brunch?
No, I was hoping from 11 to 11.
Okay, 11, so I'm gonna adjust the motion to be 11 to 11.
Thank you so much.
Second.
Any further discussion?
No.
Roll call vote?
Mr. Lamb,
Yes.
Miss Prince.
Yes. Okay, moving on, seasonal club, all alcohol beverages renewal, Eastern Point Yacht Club. back to Steve.
Back to Steve.
Okay, Steve, looking at your application, I see all your inspections. I see you have your workers' compensation. I see liquor liability. Yep. Quarry passes. I don't see any issues. John, do you have any questions?
I do not. No, they look good.
You want to make a motion?
Motion to approve a seasonal club all alcohol beverage license to Eastern Point Yacht Club, Inc., doing business at 125 Eastern Point Boulevard Road.
Second. Any further discussion?
No, ma'am.
Roll call vote?
Mr. Lammery,
Yes.
Ms. Prince.
Yes. Excellent. Any questions for us, Steve?
No, thank you all.
Thank
Madam
you.
Chair- Madam Chair, I didn't see on the agenda Eastern Point Common Vic, but it was in the packet just below the license, their renewal.
I think,
Was it on the agenda?
no, that's why I asked that question.
Okay. So it's
You
not
said
on the
it was
agenda,
passed.
but I'm going to approve it because that was a clerical error. So I'm going to move that we approve the common victual license for Eastern Point Yacht Club, Inc., 125 Eastern Point Road.
Second.
Any further discussion?
Nope.
I'm sorry, I had you confused with the Innisquam Yacht Club when I answered you.
That's okay.
Roll
That's why
call?
I brought it up.
Obviously, I did too. Mr. Lammery,
Yes.
Ms. Prince.
Yes. So you're all set.
Thank you. Hope everybody has a wonderful and safe summer.
You
Thank
too.
Thanks for all your help, everybody. I'm
You're welcome.
safe to go home.
Yes.
It is. I told you, I think 3 times. Now you can leave.
Thank you. Have a good
Next
night.
order. You too. Innisquam Yacht Club, 17 River Road for a seasonal club all alcohol license.
Dean.
And we have Dean.
I'm still here.
Thank you for staying.
Yeah, Madam Chair, I didn't see any issues with it.
Yep, just double checking workers' comp. We have the liquor liability. Quarry is good. You want to make a motion?
A motion to approve a seasonal club all alcohol beverage license to Ennisquam Yacht Club, doing business at 117 River Road.
Second. Sergeant Connors, any concerns? He's still with us? I think we asked him earlier. He didn't have concerns with the entertainment, so I'm sure we're fine. Any further discussion?
Amen.
No
Roll call
concerns.
vote.
I'm sorry about that.
Oh,
No,
hi, Sean.
I was trying to hit off mute there. I wasn't able to get on it. Sorry.
Sorry, I know you're busy. We appreciate you being here.
No, I just couldn't get off mute. I kept pressing it. So no concern.
Great. Roll call, Allison?
Mr. Lammery,
Yes.
Ms. Prince.
Yes. So that motion, that license is approved. Thank you very much, Dean. Do you have anything to say before you go? Any questions or anything we can do to help you?
No, I'm good. I just wanted to mention, as you said earlier, you're very lucky to have Allison running that desk for the city.
She's
Yes,
good
yeah.
at what she does. She keeps us in line.
Yeah,
Does a lot of work to get these meetings together
she sure does.
so that I can screw it up when I call and things.
He does a great job.
Thank you, Dean. Have a good night.
You too. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
You're welcome.
And lastly, we have seasonal restaurant, all alcohol beverage renewal, Hossman Hospitality Group, Drift Cafe.
I saw no issues, Madam Chair.
No. Just double checking. Okay. Do you want to make a motion?
I motion to approve a seasonal restaurant all alcohol beverage license to Houseman Hospitality Group, doing business at Strip Cafe at 3 Main Street.
Second. Any further discussion?
No.
Roll call vote?
Mr. Lammery,
Yes.
Ms. Prince.
Yes. So this license is renewed, but like I said, this will be a part of a bigger discussion probably on our May agenda, hopefully. Trip, do you have any questions for us? Comments?
No, no questions. I'm sure we'll be speaking very soon.
Okay. Like I said, I'm excited and hoping to hear. So just so you know, our May meeting is going to change. I think I spoke to you earlier about this. It's probably going to be a week later. If we can find a way to schedule that in May.
Yeah, that's fine. I think we're covered for what we need to do now.
Yeah, you are. You'll be all set to open. So you'll have the seasonal license to open on May 3rd.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
we get hours of operation for them since they are a restaurant.
Yes, we probably should. Well,
11 a.m.
What is it, 11 a.m. till last call said?
do you open before 11?
No, we don't do breakfast. We just, so we open 11 a.m.,
Until 12:30?
12:30
Last call.
is last call.
Yeah.
Everyone out by 1.
Monday through Sunday.
Yes.
So if we could add those hours of operation on the license, that would be great.
So much.
It is seasonal though. Do we usually do this on seasonal,
Yes.
John?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we did it the last.
Yep.
last
I just got
meeting.
too much going on. I'm lucky I know what meeting I'm in. Thank you.
Thank
Okay,
you all for your help.
Gentlemen, any questions for us?
No, I think we're all set. I really appreciate you getting us into this meeting at the last minute. It means a lot to us and we appreciate all your support.
Yes,
Good
we look forward to your business being open and new and exciting and all that comes along with that. So thank
We're
you.
excited. We're in the final crunch time right now, so
Sure.
Excellent.
Good luck.
Okay, thank you. Have a great night.
You too.
I see Kerry McKenna with us. Kerry, asking if you want to speak. I know we had a public hearing earlier, and I didn't know if you were just observing the meeting or if you wanted to speak to us tonight before we adjourn. If you want to raise your hand, if you want to speak, if not,
Oh no, that wasn't the person for the steakhouse, correct?
okay.
Oh, there's a chat box. No, she's good.
Okay, great. Thank you. We do not have any discussions, deliberation of actions tonight. Approval of the minutes. We have the minutes from our last meeting, which was March 30th.
Look at you, Allison. Getting them done.
Wow, right on the ball.
I saw no issues.
So I only saw one double B. I say double B because there was a word on page 2 of the minutes under lodging house, Dave Perkins, 11 Pine Street. There's just the word both. You have 2 Bs. That's all I can critique you for, Allison. Excellent. Oh no, and then
Oh,
one more, sorry. On page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Eastern Point Yacht Club, this application has been moved to the, you wrote April 15th meeting, it should say April 13th.
oh, okay. April 15th.
Major.
I'm thinking tax day, that's why.
What?
Taxes are always due on April 15th.
No, actually, that's a ZBA meeting date, so I had that in my head.
And it's the same under seasonal club. Anytime Eastern Point Yacht Club was mentioned, you just gotta put the 13th instead of the 15th.
Okay.
That's a couple of times on that page as well.
Okay, thank you.
No, good
And
catch.
that, I move to approve the minutes of April 30th.
Second,
Any further discussion?
oh, ma'am.
Roll call vote?
Mr. Lammer?
Yes,
Ms. Prince?
Yes, thank you very much for getting these done very quickly.
that's great, Allison. That's awesome.
Okay, so I just want to be clear. We're able to do a meeting next Tuesday because we have to post it. Are we good with Tuesday, the 20th at 7 p.m. to discuss BYOB only?
Yep, it works for me. I'll make it work.
Awesome.
Put it on my
Allison,
calendar now.
Allison, can I just ask, do you foresee any more applications coming forward, or is everybody pretty much all set for their seasonal licenses at this point?
I
Are you
think
keeping a list?
everything's all set. We may have a couple, am I free to speak about other things?
Yes,
We may have a couple extension of premises coming. I spoke with Joe
temporary
Cahill-
or permanent?
Temporary.
Okay,
Spoke with Joe Cahill. She wanted to know your opinion on whether or not the licensing board wanted to send another blast out, or if we felt confident that everybody was covered and knew that they needed to go to building. If they had any changes, come back to us.
so we approved at our last meeting, anyone who did not make any changes. So if anyone's making a change, they need to come before us.
Right? Did you want to send that blast out again, or are you comfortable with? it
What do you
just-
mean send out a blast?
An email blast.
I didn't know that we did that.
Well, we can anytime. And we did to alert people of what was going on. She wanted to know if you felt that there was a need. She wasn't sure, because everything technically, they have to go through building, and building, if there's a change, is going to catch it and say you sent
Right.
it back to licensing. So she
So
didn't want to be redundant and cover too much, so she wanted to ask your opinion.
So I think we should send out a blast. I didn't know we could do that. I like that idea. That we approved at our last meeting, you know, the motion that we did.
Okay.
Just a quick note saying that all prior extensions, if there aren't any changes, have been approved, but if they desire to make a change, that they need to come before us.
Okay. Okay, and I
And then
did
it
say there's,
expires, just make sure you let them know it expires November 1st.
okay, I'll send
Temporary.
you the email before I send it out.
Okay,
And no, there are a couple that did not reapply for seasonals.
okay.
Some of them we knew about. The only one that I think we didn't know about was the Chinese restaurant on the Rotary. We have not heard from.
Okay,
But they haven't opened in over a year. They've been working out of their takeout, so.
right. Okay. Sean Connors, are you able to meet with us next week at 7, next Tuesday?
I will not be able to meet, but I will pass it on to the deputy chief to make sure he or someone else is here.
Okay, that'd be great, because we're gonna have Chip Payson here as well. I think it'll be important to have
Yep.
police perspective in that conversation.
I will definitely pass it on to make sure someone's here.
Okay, and if you could just let Allison know so that we can send a Zoom invite
Will do.
to whoever it is.
Excellent.
And
Will
I'll
do.
try to follow up too, if I remember.
Thank you.
I don't know exactly what we're gonna do, but I think that it's probably gonna be an actionable night. We're gonna have a good discussion, deliberation, and hopefully be able to make suggestions on how to move forward with this in the city and make a recommendation to the mayor.
No, absolutely. I apologize. I can't make it. I'll be in Antigua
Oh, good for you.
for
That's
vacation.
awesome.
So, but,
Enjoy.
thanks, but I will pass it on. So,
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And now for May meeting. Since it's just John and I am away in May that day, that particular week. So I was hoping we could schedule a different date.
Can I just confirm, Madam Chair?
Yes?
We're saying April 20th at 7 o'clock. Is that what you decided?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we'll have to get an agenda on that. And I can talk that with you on offline. It's just, as it stands right now, it's just gonna be the BYOB discussion. It won't be anything difficult, but I'll work with you on that tomorrow if you want.
Perfect.
Do you want to do the 18th instead of the 11th?
Yes, let me just look at my schedule. Yes, I do. So, the license board will meet for its regularly scheduled meeting on May 18th at 6:30. That's okay with you, Allison, correct? Because I know you do zoning board that week also.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
But the good news is you won't have a meeting the week before.
It's a second and last, so I don't have anything that week.
Oh, okay, good. So that works out good. So John, May 18th at 6:30 for our May meeting.
Yep. That's-
Okay. Is there any other matters to discuss tonight before we adjourn?
Not to my knowledge, no.
No, I think we've done good. We've gotten through the season pretty well.
Yep.
Um,
You have a good question. Where are we with it? Maybe a board member?
I don't know yet. I know that they're setting up a process of how all board members move forward. Now, I think they meet with the, it's not CFO, what is it? ACO?
COO.
What is it?
OO,
Yeah,
Chief Operational.
yep.
Officer.
I know there's a lot of board positions open right now and they're culling through them.
Gotcha.
I haven't heard anything. I mean, I know we've had a discussion, you have that member to put forward. I haven't heard differently on anything.
Yep.
So hopefully that will be soon.
Yeah, no worries. I was just checking.
Yep, no, it'd be great to have 3.
So.
Okay. Anything else to discuss tonight? Nope. I'll do a motion to adjourn.
I'll move.
Second. Roll call vote.
Mr.
Thank you,
Mayor?
Sean, for joining us tonight. Thank you, Drift. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys. Have a great one. See you soon.
Have a great
Yeah.
vacation.
Enjoy your
Thank you.
vacation.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Allison.
Madam Chair, did you second that? I didn't hear it.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a great night, everyone.
Great job,
Talk
Al.
to you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye, Sean.